Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton. Well, hey, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in with us here at DentonRadio.com. We are live in the studio with the oracle of information herself, Miss Lucinda Breeding of the Denton Record-Chronicle. We sit down with writers from the DRC every Monday to get updates on everything from Denton events to sports to business to everything else in between. Yep. Today, we are talking with Lucinda Breeding about Denton events and activities.
Yes.
Lucinda, what are we covering today?
Oh, I just think... You know, it's really hot. I know that nobody knew that. No one knew it was hot.
It's breaking news. You heard it here first.
It's
folks.
so hot. You know, Denton Community Theater has a really touching, really tender, and funny show that closes this weekend that I think is well worth the ticket price. Some of you might remember a movie called Calendar Girls. Well, this is the stage adaptation by Tom Firth. Might be Tim Firth. I'm really bad about remembering names. It's the story. It's based on the true story of a group of women who were part of a civic club in the United Kingdom called the Women's Institute. And, you know, like a lot of civic women's clubs, typically they talked about things like, I don't know, tea towels or growing vegetables, recipe books. You know, like Denton Women's Club they have their recipe books. And a group of women decides they want to do something a little bit different for a fundraiser because one of their members, Annie, has lost her husband to leukemia. And she and her best friend, Chris, both in the Women's Institute, decide, you know, it doesn't matter that we're in our 50s and older. Why don't we kind of take off our clothes and make a calendar? And in the Julie Walters and Helen Mirren were in the film, and for Denton Community Theater, two old hands, Buster Maloney and Donna Trammell, have taken on this. It really is tender and very funny, and yeah, there's a little bit of nakedness. It's not obscene. The ladies do cover their, what do you call them, naughty bits? But it truly is, it's a story about vulnerability, about the changes that life throws at you. And it's really about how friendship, though friendship is in itself a journey, can drive you through life's hardest parts. You know, when you're going through an upheaval or you're suffering a real tragedy, it's those friendships that teach you about love, about friendship, and about yourself. Very and cool. I would say it's a PG-13 show. I think adults would love this kind of show.
Sure.
And while they didn't bother with the accents, which, you know, sometimes theater companies in Texas are like, are we going to do the English accent? They decided not to, but they kept the setting. And there's some really, really inventive, I say Austin Powers-like ways of obstructing nudity on the stage. But it's a really fun bunch of actresses. Misha Stevens and Jen Pierce, Kay Lamb, and Cindy Maloney. Just a really good cast. I'm leaving some people out because, of course, I blank out in front of a camera.
Well, you know.
But some really accomplished local actresses are bringing this story to life. And if you want to go, the last performances are 7:30 p.m. on this Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. on Sunday. And there is a performance on Thursday. And what I like about that performance is all the tickets are about, I think, $12, $10 or $12. If you're going to the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night performances, I've got your ticket prices here.
Hey-o.
It's about $24.45 for adults. For seniors, that's ages 62 and up. It's going to cost $20. This is if you buy online. You might get a little cheaper of a price at the box office. $17.25 for students. And then for children 12 and under, which you can take kids to this. They might not find it as interesting as something like Shrek or like a really big, bright musical. They can get in for $11.50. You can either reserve your ticket online at www.dentoncommunitytheater.com, or you can call the box office at 940-382-1915. I also have to put a plug for this show. They really do a good job with the music. Some of this music is just really evocative and familiar.
Cool.
So, and if you are still wondering, what's something we can do with the kids, just save the date later this summer. DCT EDU, which is the community theater's outreach to ages 18 and under, they're going to be doing Peter Pan.
Cool.
And that's going to happen in the campus theater. All of these performances are at the campus theater here in beautiful downtown Denton. But that is such a fun show for kids, especially if they bring in the flying system and Peter Pan and the other kids actually fly.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I will say this. I haven't even seen a high school Peter Pan production where they did not fly.
Oh.
So I think we might see some people take flight. So that is coming up for the kiddos, and you can also find those details at www.dentoncommunitytheater.com. If you toggle over to their black box button, you should be able to find DCT EDU. And it's all inside. So if you're not really feeling this heat.
True.
It is a nice air-conditioned place to go. So that's happening this weekend, and I highly, highly recommend it. It's a good show.
Awesome. Love it. Well, guys, that is your rundown on Denton events with Miss Lucinda Breeding. If you would like to stay up to date on all things Denton events all the time, make sure you're picking up your copies of the Denton Record-Chronicle and visiting DentonRC.com. Lucinda, thank you very much for coming in and doing this. We always appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Love it.
Guys, stay tuned to DentonRadio.com all day. We will be live again here at 7 for open mic upstairs at LSA Burger. And in the meantime, stay tuned for all local music here at DentonRadio.com. Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.